This is Mondami. If you've been not following the news, he won the Democratic primary in New York. We've never had someone this radical. Some of the things he says, the NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety.
It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party nationally.
I think the Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrats, socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which worked so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela, just bad ideas.
Bill Maher came out swinging in his latest Club Random chat with Brian Tyler Cohen, targeting New York Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, and by extension, the whole Democratic Party. This wasn't a light jab. Maher torched the left's growing obsession with utopian socialism, warning it could hand the next election to the GOP. No anger, just sharp truth. His takedown of Mamdani hit hard and forced one question Democrats keep dodging. Has ideology replaced reality?
New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Do you think, let's say, on the seize the means of production, do you think the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time.
Maher isn't tossing insults, he's predicting outcomes. He skips theory and cuts straight to results. What happens when idealism meets the real world? By elevating figures like Zohran Mamdani, Democrats aren't adjusting policy. They're reshaping the entire political map, and not in their favor. Social media applause doesn't equal votes. And Maher argues the left's obsession with purity is giving Republicans an opening. It's not betrayal. It's a wake-up call.
If Mondami is the face of the Democrats on the East Coast and Katie Porter is the face on the West Coast, I don't know if that's great politically for that party. 74% are for democratic socialism. Only 16% favor capitalism. Is this going to be a country that I don't recognize in 5 to 10 years if we don't have these two pillars? If we don't, where are the Democrats going with this?
Maher zooms out and talks about America's foundation. Democracy and capitalism, partners meant to balance each other. Today, extremes on both sides are tearing at those pillars, the right flirting with authoritarianism, the left with state control. Lost in the middle is the disappearing American center. Maher isn't defending one system. He's defending the balance that built the country. Without it, he warns, we lose more than debates. We lose our identity.
Republicans are not democracy is just not number one on their list. It just isn't. It isn't. It's behind Christianity and a few other things. And the Democrats, I read these, 74% are for democratic socialism. Only 16% favor capitalism. Is this going to be a country that I don't recognize in 5 to 10 years if we don't have these two pillars? If we don't, where are the Democrats going with this? If Mondami is the face of the Democrats on the East Coast and Katie Porter is the face on the West Coast, I don't know if that's great politically for that.
Maher's question hits hard. Do Zohran Mamdani and Katie Porter connect with the voters who actually decide elections? The Democrats are stuck between idealism and realism. Mamdani pushes rent freezes, state-run groceries, free transit, and heavy taxes, energizing youth but worrying moderates. Porter champions inclusion and culture war issues that split audiences. Maher warns, social media buzz doesn't equal a winning message. Passion without pragmatism isn't strategy. It's noise.
Trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
But they're going to feature people. They boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
But they'll do it regardless. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but
they make anybody into boogeyman.
It has.
I think it was
just have more weight when it's real.
Maher's frustration shows. Democrats blame conservatives for everything while ignoring their own self-inflicted wounds. From Gavin Newsom's wildfire failures to Nancy Pelosi's suspicious stock trades. These aren't attacks. They're real mistakes that hand critics ammo. Maher argues liberalism has turned into performance over progress. Leaders become memes, not reformers. His point: the biggest obstacle isn't the right, it's denial.
This must be horrible for a guy like you, who you spent your whole life talking about how government tries to do too much, which it does, and spends too much. And here you have Trump, who is the Republican, who is aggrandizing more power than anybody, as we just talked about. And on the other side, you have the guy running in New York, Mandami, right? Okay, who's like a straight up communist. I mean, he is. He talks about, the things that communists say. I mean, he wants free grocery stores, free buses.
I want him to win.
You want him to win?
Yeah.
Maher laughs, but the warning is serious. Every generation rediscovers socialism like a shiny new app. Idealistic, exciting, and doomed. Mandani's free everything vision sounds noble, but Maher reminds us utopias come with shortages, censorship, and shrinking freedoms. He's seen it from the Soviet Union to Venezuela. His message isn't anti-hope. It's pro-reality. Idealism without realism doesn't build a future. It burns the present.
When the post-war Labour government in Britain was about to get started, one of their leading lights was a socialist named Nurian Bevan. He said, what could go wrong? He said, we have a nation bedded on coal, surrounded by fish. It would take an organizational genius to have a shortage of either. In 3 years, they had a shortage of both.
Maher uses humor to make a brutal point. Good intentions fail without execution. His example: Britain, once rich in resources, reduced to scarcity under socialist policy. It wasn't lack of care. It was a broken system. He warns Democrats that rebranding failed ideas doesn't make them work. Every generation insists they'll fix socialism's flaws. Maher's punchline: they won't. They'll just repeat them.
It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party
I think
nationally.
the Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrat socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which work so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela, just bad ideas.
Maher isn't making guesses. He's forecasting disaster. Elevating figures like Zoran Mandani and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez may energize the internet but alienates working families and moderates. Viral clips don't win elections. Votes do. Maher sees a party addicted to idealism, mistaking online applause for real power. If Democrats can't balance passion with practicality, they won't need Republicans to beat them. They'll beat themselves.
Do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time.
As the conversation ends, Maher's tone shifts from funny to serious. The Democratic Party, he says, is drifting away from everyday Americans. While politicians debate wokeness and socialism, people are struggling with bills and groceries. The issue isn't ideals, it's priorities. Maher argues Democrats need reliability, not theatrics. Results win elections, not moral posturing. Until the left reconnects with ordinary Americans, their message will echo in rooms that don't decide elections. Maher's final point: politics isn't about moral victories, it's about real ones. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.